A lot of people are talking about this supposed James Bond actor rumour right now. 3 names, all under 30, and it's huge news if true. But I've got to say, I don't think they're anywhere near casting yet. It's just a rumour, and I'll walk you through the reasons I say that. Last week, Variety published an article in which they claimed that Denis Villeneuve wouldn't have final cut of Bond 26. They also named 3 actors under the age of 30 who they said were Amazon was on their list to play the next Bond. And another detail in there was that they were aiming for 2028 when all previous reports, which have also proven to be true retrospectively, have said 2027. And, that's a small detail, but it indicates that maybe something is off in this story. 2028 may turn out to be the case, but it just means that I think we need to consider that there is that difference in these different articles. And one of the things I would say, Variety is very, very reliable. They reached out to Amazon. Amazon declined to comment, so it's difficult to know exactly what was happening. And of course, there are no named sources in the article. Stories about potential Bond actors always make headlines, and so probably the story has gained a bit more traction than it deserves. There's not really that much in there, but I just wanted to look at it and see where we might be with the Bond 26 casting at the moment. So, Villeneuve has just joined as director, and he is going to want to really work on that script writers and himself probably, to get it really into great shape before they start casting the next James Bond. Right, and he's about to start shooting Dune 3 right now, and based on the previous 2 Dune films, it will probably last until the end of the year. After that, there's going to be post-production on Dune, and that is, a lot of special effects and so on involved in that. So he's not going to be so heavily involved in that. So that's when he's going to start to be able to switch his focus to Bond 26. So I think that the script is really going to be worked on by Denis Villeneuve next year with, they can have other writers working on it before then. He's going to want to get his hands on it in 2026 and kick it into shape for casting this time next year, I think. I don't think it's going to happen yet. And they don't even know what kind of Bond they want until they have a script. So who are the 3 actors that we're talking about? Well, the first one on the list is Tom Holland. Now, he's the one in the centre there. He is best known for Spider-Man. He is due to do another Spider-Man movie. He is doing Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, and he is involved with American Speed. So all those may keep him out of the running because he sounds like he's got a lot on his slate at the moment. He's 29. He is 5'6", which is a bit on the short side for Bond. But on the other hand, Tom Cruise is 5'7", and that hasn't really held him back. He played Jack Reacher in 2 films. Reacher's supposed to be 6'3" or something like that. So you can argue if he pulled it off or not, but the height might not be a problem at all anyway. Okay, next up is Jacob Elordi. He is Australian, which of course, there's no reason that should count him out. George Lazenby was Australian, so it's not the first time that has happened. He's 6'5". He's a pretty big guy, pretty tall guy. He's 28, and actually of the 3, he probably looks like the one that could pull it off most. He's playing Heathcliff in a new adaptation of Wuthering Heights. He's going to be playing Frankenstein's monster in a new adaptation of Mary Shelley's novel. And he's got some other projects going on, so I don't know how available he'll be either, but if I were offered Bond, I'd drop everything else. Then we've got Harris Dickinson. He is 29. He's 6'2". He has been he played in Baby Girl with Nicole Kidman. He was in Where the Crawdads Sing. But apart from that, I'm not sure that he's got a lot on his plate. Maybe he could be a Bond. He's very highly rated, I've got to say. All are under 30. But George Lazenby was 29 when he filmed On Her Majesty's Secret Service. He was 30 by the time it was released. Sean Connery was 31 when he shot Dr. No. So young isn't necessarily a problem as long as you can pull it off. Lazenby looked like quite a bruiser indeed. He knocked out a stuntman. And there's another thing here. If they are looking to cast such young actors, it sounds like they're going for an origin story. And, I know Casino Royale is nearly 20 years ago now, but that was Bond's origin story, and I don't think we need to go through that again. I think it would be nice to just get on with Bond being Bond. Now, I appreciate that Amazon has its own ideas about Bond. They want to do things differently from Eon. They want to make their mark, and they may have very different ideas about how to approach things. So, obviously they are in control of things, so they can do what they want, but it just feels too recent that we had an origin story. In terms of years, not so much, but in terms of the number of films that we had.
Well, it's fun to talk about. I don't think we're anywhere near casting the next James Bond yet. Perhaps the producers did kick around these names, but really we've got to trust Denis Villeneuve and his creative process. Until he's nailed the story, he's not going to get into looking for the next Bond, and we're nowhere near that stage yet. So what do you think? Does any of these guys seem like the next James Bond? Drop a comment and hit subscribe if you want more breakdowns like this as it all unfolds. And if you're wondering what a Villeneuve-directed Bond will look like, check out this video in which I take a look at exactly that.